Well, our one and only Richard Southern is at Doug Ford's headquarters today, but he's also doing some double duty for us. And Richard, let's dive right into the day's top business stories, starting with a hot button issue, gas prices, which also came on the campaign trail.
Yeah, it sure was a big campaign issue, Cynthia, indeed. And the price, it's going to hit another record high here tonight, and it's going up again in the next 48 hours. So it could be a good evening for a fill-up before you settle in to watch the election coverage. Our friends over at Enpro International are predicting the price to go up 5 cents at midnight tonight. That'll bring the average to $2.08.9 a liter. And then on Saturday, we're looking at a potential 3-cent increase on top of that. We'll be paying above $2.11 a liter. This, of course, comes back to what's been happening on the financial markets. The price for oil was spiking again today in relation to the situation with the Russian invasion and the embargo against Russian oil. Wholesale gasoline has also been going up. Yeah, you talked about how it's been an issue on the campaign trail, Cynthia. The PCs, of course, promising to cut 5.7 cents off of the gas tax in July. The Liberals are promising to keep that in place until December. The NDP, they're promising to regulate the price of gas if elected on a weekly basis. But it's getting mighty expensive, Cynthia.
It sure is, Richard. Well, let's take our minds off that. Theaters are starting to fill up once again, finally, after a couple of years. And while there's no shortage of great movies to show these days, the concession stands could be running out of the quintessential snack. Say it ain't so, Richard.
You can't watch a movie without popcorn, right, Sin?
No, you can't. With extra butter. Come on.
You can't. You're going to need some tonight for our election coverage, too. Again, that's going to be must-see TV tonight. Luckily, there's enough popcorn for tonight, Cynthia, but the Wall Street Journal is reporting that movie theaters could be running short on that essential treat into the summer months. It's because farmers have not been growing as much of the popcorn. They've been reportedly turning to more lucrative crops like soybeans. So this could be an issue, they say, into the next couple of months. And as you say, it's a problem for theaters because people are coming back, and popcorn is a major revenue generator. Big profit margins for those movie theaters with
Absolutely,
that,
because they kind of charge a lot for popcorn at movie theaters. Let's face it, right?
It's like a couple of pennies for them, and they charge you $8 or $9 or $10 or whatever it is.
Something like that, yeah. All right, a law that was recently passed by Doug Ford's Conservative government came into effect today.
Yeah, what a coincidence, right on Election Day. This is the Right to Disconnect Act. This is big news for a lot of employees here in Ontario. If you work for a company, Cynthia, that has 25 or more employees, they now have to come up with a policy that lays out how you can disconnect from work when you're not in the office. The act defines disconnecting as, quote, not engaging in work-related communications, including emails, telephone calls, video calls, or sending and receiving messages. Employees must provide staff, or employers must provide staff, with a written policy. And as you know, Cynthia, these sort of pro-worker initiatives, not something you usually see from the PC party, but we've seen a lot of them leading up to this campaign. And that could be one of the reasons, don't you think, Cynthia, that the PCs have been holding on to this solid lead in here to Election Day?
Definitely. They have definitely been courting the workers. But really, Richard, I mean, do you really think a lot of people will be able to just, like, come 5 o'clock, be able to turn off their computer, turn off their phone, and not answer any calls? I think that's kind of hard, at least in our business.
You can't do it with your friends. It's going to be very difficult to do it with the office. We're so used to it. It'll be interesting to see, though, the type of policies companies put forward.